Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. DA, take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender.
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Pelicans just need to take it a game at a time.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they're already looking to the offseason, and that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
The body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combined at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5 down low. We've got B-Train. He's out there with Shorty. D out there with Slim.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Ball with the bucket.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Now here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
How about Jrue Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Ball. D right on him. And it's blocked. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. He dishes it to Favors. Kicks it to Holiday. Pass the Ball. From the arc. And Jrue Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Ball.
That's a beautiful shot there for Jrue. Defenses have to account for Jrue Holiday out there behind the arc.
B-Train passes to Aguilar. Holiday brings the double team. And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's his first foul. Here's Shorty. He's covered by Ball. Here's Aguilar. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
The pass to Favors. One up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Here's D. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside Holiday. Poked away. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh or to...
Yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
They now take the lead.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Ball. He's got 5. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Some changes for New Orleans. Okafor comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Josh Hart in for Ingram. Ball feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Holiday with the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Pretty sure the defense thought they had him cornered. They didn't. Drew Holiday hits him with a big shot there as the shot clock winds down.
They retain possession. Passes it to Ball. Another shot, and he hits the jump shot.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Ball, the pass to Okafor. It's deflected. Here's Baller, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. Angelo Gadee, he's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, B-Train, 2 slots lower.
Either of these 2 guys force defenders to come out well past that three-point line, and that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
Members checked in for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore comes in for Ball.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou, but new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
Here's Thompson. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Launches a 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's Okafor. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Thompson against Moore. Pass to the Beast. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunch.
Oh, jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. With 4 seconds on the clock, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And so it's the home team bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Hart is out there with Denver. Then there's Okafor. Then it's Allen Crabbe. And it's Moore in at the 1.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Pelicans trail by 11. Pass to Hart. Back to Moore. And the pass to Okafor. Inside. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. So both teams changing it up here. Five on the clock. And here's Moore outside. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Passes it to Okafor. That's tipped. Pass to Crabbe. Pass to Ingram. To halt the run. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
One-on-one fast break. Here's D, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Favors finds Ingram. Lets it go from the wing. Count that one. Ingram's got 7 points.
Intelligent at realizing when to pull that mid-range jumper. Ingram is starting to figure it out offensively.
And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Okafor dishes to Moore. And Favors kicks to Crabbe. Another one falls for New Orleans.
You got to know the scouting report. As a defender, you can't let Crabbe set up for a catch and shoot. He'll bury those more often than not.
Sinks the triple. He's got 5.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Drew Holiday's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Shorty. Excellent D there from Okafor.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Charity stripe shot Favors. Shot clock at 6. And here's Ingram from the arc. The shot, no good. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Taken away by Holiday. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Fire on both ends of the floor. That's what Drew Holiday is playing with and letting his defense manufacture some of his offense.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Tuesday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Thompson passes to the beast. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Second is Zion Williamson. And, of course, B-Train.
Talk about hitting the ground running. These two have made an immediate impact with their scoring.
Thompson against Holiday. Stolen by Thompson. Puts it up from 17. Kept alive. B-Train. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
And that one drops for him. 27 seconds left here in the second. The drive by Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Holiday. He's coming off a 28-point game against Oklahoma City.
Lest us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the home team with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, some perspective, please.
They have run their...
And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from B-Train.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
We've got Shorty, also B-Train out there. Slim is out there with D. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Holiday left side. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Holiday's got 10 points in the game.
Really nice balance, good base, solid rhythm. Holiday can be effective when he's got that kind of stuff from the mid-range going.
That's good from Williamson on the assist by Holiday. Here's Shorty. He's got 5. Taken away by Holiday. Fires the 3. Ball with the bucket. He's got 8.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Baller, he's checked in for D. And Drew Holiday, one of the three brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Ray, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
Flushes it down to finish the break.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Pelicans.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip. New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Favors. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Drew Holiday. Okafor kicks to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ingram outside, and Slim picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul, still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Big Daddy's checked in for Shorty. Each-one more, he's checked in for New Orleans.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Knocks down the three ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, you would use... I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt three-point shooting percentage, two-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Ball kicks to Moore. Here's Bembry, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Moore with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
But they'll get another chance. That one good for 2. That's 10 points for Slim.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. The Pelicans fourth.
And these teams have both hung their hat on their defense, especially in the paint. We're looking at two of the premier shot blocking teams in our league.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. They recover it. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and banks it in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Thompson against Ball. Now the pass to Chan. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 11.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
D, he's checked in for Ball. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. And here is Ball. 12 points for him. To the paint, here's Williamson. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Drew Holiday's checked in for the Pelicans. And the free throw, no good. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt #1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
Here's Chan. A three-pointer is right on target.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Hart. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
So for the Pelicans, Favors comes in for Okafor, and it's Brandon Ingram in for Benton. And that one misses.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Knocks it loose. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off. Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the home team. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Hart is out there with Holiday, and it's Favors in at the center position. Lets it go from 11, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Holiday against Thompson. Great D that time from Favors.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. We're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Here's Holiday. Good on the 13-footer.
Great focus from Drew there. The D was all over him, but it didn't seem to affect his focus. Gets that bucket to go.
Here's Thompson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one drops. Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And so Thompson nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Ball, the pass to Favors. He kicks it to Holiday. Tipped away. In the corner, it's Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
Thompson is double. To the inside, over to the wing. Here's B-Train. Good on the three-point shot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Holiday dishes the ball. Passes it to Favors. Kicks to Holiday. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Out left to the wing. Here's B-Train. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Right side Holiday. It's blocked.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. That free throw good from Holiday.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Here's Thompson, and it's good off the back rim and in. Thompson's got 14 points now in the second half. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. You have to like what we've been seeing from Mr. Moves.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Mr. Moves.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Now here is Holiday. Pass the ball. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Here's B-Train. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. B-Train's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And Holiday kicks the ball. Shorty, the pass to D. Drops in the tray.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Now here's Williamson. Tight defense on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okafor trying to get open. And that one's good. Ingram.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
Here's Shorty. He's covered by Ball. B-Train trains the three-pointer.
finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Okafor finds Ingram. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams. And tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's B. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And it's the Pelicans ball. Here's Bembry. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the three. That one misses. Here's B. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so they get the victory here at home. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David